Alright, hello, it's Wednesday, January 26th. And we're looking at AMC. I believe this is a fake out breakout. I'm going to roll it out a little further here. The market's been a little crazy lately, so there it is, rolled out a little further. There's what AMC's been doing the last little bit. So was it going to push up here? And I think this is a fake out. It wanted to break that level. It's 1243. This is a 5-minute candle. I'm right on the edge here of taking this short. I think we should take this short. Kind of just trying to wait for just the exact right spot. Wow, she's really ripping right now. Look at this. Wow. Well, wow, we're kind of making, that's what it's doing, it's trapping shorts. So I still believe this is a collapse in the making. So good thing we didn't have any power here. So we got to wait for a signal. So we set the order in there, $17.66 to go short AMC. There's the order in its entirety. You see the stop? If it goes up above that, why would we want, I don't know. This is a tough one. I believe it should still work. I guess it was, the thing is, it's going to want to do a blow off top, and is that already done? I guess remember, we're not in the trade yet, so we're actually doing pretty well. If we break below this area, so you come up, break below this area, then what, we're going to dance around and then come down? I don't know. I think if it breaks below that, it's just going to want to rip. And then if it breaks below this, it's going to want to rip. But I mean, and then by that point, VWAP will be there, and that's probably where this is an estimate of where VWAP is going to be by that time. Potential reversal trade. I've already got it set up. So there's the order filled AMC short. What time is it? It's 12:49. Don't forget we have that FOMC meeting this afternoon at 2 o'clock, which typically we'll see how this goes. But I mean, I doubt it's going to make it go up. It's the same thing. When it spends a lot of time going sideways, it's going to make a choice. It's a push in the right direction. If it breaks below this, like I said, it should just want to keep going, right? The next spot to take like some sort of support would be anywhere in this kind of area here, down in the 1737, 17, in this little area here, we'd want to take support. It should be able to walk down there pretty simply. Well, it's starting to push out a little bit. We got the level 2 open here with the footprint. It's just hovering right around our price. There, we're getting a good push now coming down. So we should see it pushing down here a bit more. Ever so slightly catching into our target. Should record more of this footprint action anyway. Here it goes dropping. That was a good push. See, it's going to act slower than normal. Than the stuff that I'm used to, anyway. But anyway, we're so slowly closing into the target here. Kind of want it to get to VWAP. So I would think we'd want to chase her stop down a little bit, right? We don't need to take any loss on this. If it comes back from here, think about it. You know what I mean? Like, here's another look at it from a different angle. Why would you want it to come back? And then why would you want it to go into the negative from here? I would say we chase that stop into 1760. It doesn't sound like much, but that's a $50 profit, man. And I'm telling you, adding up 50s is way better than adding up anything in the negative. Think about it. There it is, tearing back some more. So we're coming into that bottom low a day. Yeah, we're coming into that secondary bottom, so we've got to be careful here. Yeah, so there's that reaction off of that. So I would be mindful of this. That's why we have our stop in place. It should see a little bit of a reaction. We should take, yeah, exactly. If we don't take resistance off of 1750, then by all means let it come up and we'll make 50 bucks. And you might ask, well, why wouldn't I put my stop at 1750? Well, because sometimes it can blow through a little bit. There's just a zoom in of the 9-minute footprint. So is this going to take out that double bottom? Like I say, we got to hold, we got to take a resistance here at, this 50s area. Yeah, 50 to 55. If we don't take resistance here, then who knows? I would want resistance here, and I'd want to break through this double bottom area, and I think that would be pretty important. Guess we're gonna see if this will break through this volume profile here. Now, will it break to the downside? Come on. It's pushing back up, which I don't like. If it's nowhere into the 60s. Yeah, and that was it for the position right there. So no harm, no foul. $50 richer. Now, you could have got more. I don't know. That's a tough one. Again, I'm not a huge fan of going short, so. And lo and behold, it was worth 60 bucks, but we took the 10 bucks off for commission, so 50 bucks. So it is what it is. Yep. I'm not going to fake it, man. It's in real time every time. See, the painful part about this is that, ultimately you're going to be right, and we're 45 minutes away from that meeting, and yeah, I don't know. We're getting stopped out right at the last moment here. 159, $1.60. Sorry, 17.60. So we got stopped out fairly early in that candle. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But are we gonna just ultimately turn down and make it to our target here of VWAP? I'll keep it going. See if this view helps. Oh, so look at that. Breaking right up, breaking right through. That would have been probably pretty good to get on the other thing. But again, as I said, why would you want to take it all the way back up there? Why would you want to break even on this? Why would you want to scratch this trade at all? You should have been out or almost earlier than where I got out. Yeah. And see how it's built that now. I wonder if that's coming out. I can't point at it. I can point at it here. Interesting. It's a lot to take in here. There's some more selling. It's a lot more selling. 69, 69. There's buying. 71, 72, 70. There's a lot of volume there on that last tail wick there on the 2-minute chart. Yeah, and just a shout out to anybody that understands what it's like to have a high a day of minus 16. Well, she just keeps wandering up. Getting closer to that, we got 36 minutes to go till that meeting. And then it takes a few minutes usually for it to get a couple sentences out before everybody freaks out. Then it does what it does. Guess we should be looking for a reaction here. We're having a problem. It's glitching. We should have a reaction here. So I guess we're supposed to be taking it short again right there. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, looks like we should have maybe thought about taking the position there. I just think that we need to get closer to 2 o'clock, and then we can really let this thing set in, and we're going to get some good percentage out of it. Yeah, I just keep trying to watch this like a panther. We're at 5 minutes to go before this meeting, and just waiting. I don't know. I'm waiting to see when we should jump on it again. And here's our 1 day activity coming up to this point. Well, it's just 3 days, but I mean, here's 1 day. 1 day's activity. It's a little bit flat and kind of a little bit indecisive here as we're coming across, so that's kind of a positive note. Yeah, I mean, like, that's normal. Yeah, just another reminder that we do this. I was just like, and I was, and then now I'm like, there it is there. That's what I was waiting for. See how it's like ripping back really, really quickly? See that? Up and then back. That's beautiful. Beautiful candle action. Awesome. Oh, not looking so good for our position, but I still believe this ultimately, come on, this is going to go down before the end of the day. Question is, should I add to it up here? Because we know it's going down. Or did we do that completely wrong and we're looking at 2.4% in the wrong direction? Yeah. Well, we sent the order. It just hasn't come up yet. Okay, well, that's twice. So now we got to be mindful that it filled both those. So now we'll see if we can close some of this off when we get back. My price didn't move either. I would assume we'd be right almost on top of price right now. Actually, we were here, so that would the first one should have brought it to there. We should have been there. 1760 should be our price right now. Gee. I don't know, there has been kind of a slow period here on some of the data feed as of today. I don't know, man. So here's the volatility level that we're dealing with on that S&P 500. Yeah, it's going pretty nutsies. I guess we're already at 15 minutes, so if we're not recording this, I don't know what we should be recording. We'll just keep watching both the positions. It says reloading on 40. There it goes, plummeting. And then boom. Wow. Absorption. It's huge. And then look at that. You just have to put orders in and it'll all come together. So by the looks of this, our AMC position should be up from where it was. Yeah, and there it is there, we're up. Although our position never changed. We've got orders that didn't get filled, yet they were sent. Interesting. This is funny. So now those orders got filled there. We'll see what happens. That was odd. It looks like there's the other order filled. Okay, that gives us now an average price of 1764. This should direct traffic here. This S&P should direct the traffic. It should kind of follow it. Mind you, this is a tight time frame, so they're starting to rip now. I love how it always gives you there's another level, there's always another level to contend with. Yeah, again, I don't make this shit up, I just draw the lines. That's looking pretty like it's gonna walk through there. And there we go. So, where do we think that it's gonna stop? Yeah, S&P is taking a dump right now, big time. So, in turn, we should probably just watch this and then we could close it from here. As soon as this thing turns around, we can just say, okay, that's enough. That'd be funny. Good little test there. There's a lot of volume coming in. That doesn't always mean that it's selling. See how it's fighting it? See how it's fighting that candle? Do you see how the volume was growing as it was fighting it? That means, you know, like there was more buying at the begin, or sorry, selling at the beginning and then buying at the end, right? Same thing with the candle shows. So if you know how to read the candles, you'll understand how the volume was put into the candle. That's probably important. I've been doing this a while, and that's what I can see the difference, right? And would you say this is a reversal, or is this just a pause, right? It's just an overspill of orders that were not dealt with on this very first candle on this push back. You see what I mean? Because there was too much built on the downside in this time frame. Jumps over, we're still, so they think it's a buying the dip kind of thing right here now. Are you going to fall for it? And again, this is why I always like to wait for confirmation. And say if I was wanting to take this back on the buy the dip, take this back, I need a confirmation here to be able to get going long again. We need a change of direction, change in trend. Now, get your head out of your ass and let's start thinking about how to take off some profit here. Ah, shit. I'll start recording those. I just built that order and put it in and, oh, fuck, thank God, there it is. It kindly popped in. I was like, it kind of froze again. Okay, good. So we're going to try and take some of it off when it gets down to that point. Nice. It took it off there. That's lightening the load. Sorry, I said I'd record it. So going through my head here, I'm like, why would I want to let it come back more than, you know? So I'm going to buy, stop, 17. Oh, see, it would have filled you there. I was going to say 25. To see if that would, yeah. 18 minutes in after this meeting. See the decisions, right? And this is the problem. This is part of the problem, that you got to be decisive. Really turning around here for some reason. Again, this whole thing revolves around this S&P, or one of these indices. Doesn't really matter. They're all kind of working in conjunction. You'll see it work. So again, was that the fake out? Interesting. Now, if we can shake out of this area, I'm telling you, it's all going off here at, yeah. It didn't really happen here as well in the AMC. I would say if it gets above 1733, though, we should kind of be leery. Lo and behold, that's that line, 733. It's like as good as it gets. Like, I can't even make this shit up. If it's the same thing, support, resistance, support, resistance. I was like, we probably should just be watching this view a little as well. See how if it comes up, look at it's got to break that level. If it breaks above that, it's really close to VWAP. It's pulling back pretty hard here. There we go, a little bit more. So is it gonna collapse the house of cards? Here it comes. I should set that other target just so everybody can see it. So I said I'd show this. So this is the sell stop. We're going to put it at $16.80. So when it comes down into that number, it'll take the shares off at that price. Or it's going to shut us down right now, the whole thing. You know, why is SPY pushing now so hard? It's 25 after 2. There's the order executed. So there's the full order executed on a stop loss. Always remember to close your other orders. Check your order book. Make sure orders are always closed and canceled. You don't want to have that shit lingering around on you, ready to bite you in the ass some other, oops, sorry about that, some other day down the road. Are we 100% happy with that? I don't know. It's a tough time to it's a tough place to try and trade is on these meetings, right? But yeah, and ultimately, is it going to fall below the VWAP before the end of the day? Yeah, we have an hour and a half to go. So, like, why would AMC be up? You get what I mean? Like, it's just, there's no real benefit. Yeah, like, it's just AMC. There's nothing there. Okay, so that was $60, $563.33, and then 526 and 67 cents on that last stop out on the AMC. That equals $1,150 of profit, although we did take a $35 seven trips here. So 7 times $5, $35 in commissions. Yeah, interesting. Not a lot of percentage in these things, right? You really have to use size. And meanwhile, we were dead wrong. God damn it. Where was our target there? It was right in here. We almost, oh man, that would have been damn close. I think we said 80, didn't we? Oh man, alive. What is the low of that candle? And if it's not on this candle, yeah, it's 80. And if it's not on this candle, it's on the next candle. You dirty dog, I told you. Oh, man alive. Man alive. Just, fuck. Right on. Whatever, we still took profit there. We took quite a bit, $1,100. You can't feel too bad about it. We can try and get more. That's what they say to you. That's what the professionals do. Yeah, and there it is there, ultimately hitting the target line, which just would have been, that would have been taking another 1,000 off at that spot, and then we would have started to move our stop down even tighter. What a waste. What a waste. Yeah, you gotta love it when a plan comes together. Like, look at that bounce on that line. Then the reaction afterwards. You could have taken some profit off. I don't know where you would have moved your stop up to, but I bet you know what happened? It would have busted your nuts here, and you know it's going to go down further. So again, you would have been like, oh man, I got stopped out. And that's exactly what would have happened. Because you would have, yeah, why would you have wanted to jump it down? Even if you were conservative, that would have been, yeah, right, okay, back to the line? Yeah, right, you know what I mean? Like, why, yeah. Interesting. Watch how it, see how it, yeah, it would have burned you again. Would have stopped you out. Awesome. That's just awesome. Yeah, like this is... So I guess what they're suggesting is that there's supposed to be some sort of dip buy here. And then you take the bounce. Interesting. That's what people are saying. Yeah, so here's the move in a bigger picture. Both of them are pretty much reacting at the same time here at around, well, it's right at 2 o'clock, right? Um, and there's 2 o'clock. By the dip, pussies. Yeah, don't do anything stupid. Give back money. Right, it's always good to document this stuff too, so you can look back at it, right? So this is that FOMC meeting, and there's the reaction to it, right? We can, each one of these, you can, I'll just take it to a little bit past there's no pre-market, right? Like, there you go. There's the meeting, right? Like, they're all lined up. If you can't tell me where the meeting is without having a timestamp, it's, if you look at it, like, it's so easy kind of in the afterthought, eh? Like it pulls back after so it sells off. People think it's going to buy a dip. Doesn't quite trigger enough short stop covering. Continue down further. Crazy. So easy. But yet so hard. Well, taking a look around the horn, everything is cracking, so yeah, everything is cracking, man. I don't know if I want to, I usually try and stay close to home. Like, I don't go chasing out on other tickers. But if you notice, this is the 1 hour chart. If you notice, do you see how they pulled it down and then they put it back up so they could pull it back down? You see what I'm always saying? They're always giving it wiggle room. They always pull it up so they can push it back down, or whatever you want to call it. Pull it up to push it down. It's whatever which way you want to word it. And sometimes you're like, so smart, you're dumb. Look at it go down to the bottom now. I'm so smart, you're dumb. Right? So yeah, sometimes you're so smart, you're just a genius, eh? Like, I think we took 2% out of this move. There's 5. There's 7. There's 9. There's 10% on that move with all these predictable just pullbacks. You could have just chased your stop down. Would have been a lovely, feeling a little bluesy. Because I think I pretty much called it on the video here. It's just gonna, if it wasn't on the video, I'll say it again. If I felt that AMC had no reason to be up today, out of all the days, the only reason it's up is because I'm going to repeat it. It's setting up so we can tear it back, and it really won't do any damage to anybody, and it'll make it all exciting, right? I said there was no reason why this FOMC meeting should even if it was positive for the markets, it doesn't. How is AMC? You know what I mean? Like it was going to be more. It's more probable that it was going to be negative towards AMC. Now you look around and it's like every single freaking thing is down, but yeah. So she's really collapsing there now. Dang it. Yeah, that's the bounce. So yeah, how long can this video go on? We could just videotape until the cows came home, but I mean, I think that would probably be enough there almost, right? So it's a like, share, subscribe thing. Ring that notification bell, leave me a comment, tell me what you really think about me. Yeah, it's days like today. I'm glad I left that royalty margin account altogether there and funded. Well, I guess that really goes to show you what the real professionals can do. Yeah, they're gonna play every single inch of this and enjoy it. So we still have some distance to go here before we get the Lambos and all that. That's probably close enough to the end of the day. It's 20 minutes to go until the market bell rings. So again, like, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. I don't know, I had a pretty good feeling this thing was going to want to roll over, and even if it wasn't, I still think that AMC would have.